running through the directions for the week 6 assignment. So the first thing on the instruction says to complete the week 3 and 5 critiques if you've not already. Where am I? I'm in the content tab. So the week 3 and 5 critiques are located in the week 3 folder and the week 5 folder. Just take a look at what that looks like here. So if I go into the week 3 critique here, you'll notice that inside there is a critique slideshow here that I can right click on and open in a new tab. And then there's also a quiz here that I can right click on and open in a new window. So I'm going to go ahead and just resize my test or quiz and grab a hold of my critique slideshow and take a look at both of those at the same time. So I can make this a little smaller so that it fits in my window better. Excellent. And then I can go ahead and start my quiz over here, and I can read through my critique quiz questions as I am going through the slideshow here. So a critique is a two-step critical thinking process, and I'll just go through the slideshow and I will read it and I will find the answers there, and I will delight in the wonders of all of the student work that has been submitted, including your own, hopefully. So that was the week 3 critique. So for the week 5 critique, same thing, go into the week 5 folder, click on week 5 critique, and when you do, you will notice that this week's critique is a little bit different. Read the directions, please, and you'll notice that there is a video that you're going to watch for this critique. You'll right-click on your quiz and open it in a new window as you answer the questions and go through the video. And that critique is a lot funner than the first because I incorporated music. Ooh la la. And that brings us to where we're at right now, which is the week 6 assignment. Next, it says to create your blog if you haven't already. So if you haven't already created your blog, we did this in week 1. You can go back to the week 1 assignment, week 1 assignment 1 here, open that up, and that will give you the full detailed instructions. But at the bottom, you'll notice that there is a video that shows you how to do that process. And back here in the week 6 assignment folder, that is what I have shared with you here. If you have not created your blog, watch this video and follow along. Create your blog. And it says to visit my blog, and your link should appear on my sidebar. So if we go into my blog here, that link I just gave you, you'll notice all of the student blog links are on my sidebar. So if yours is not there, that means it has not been submitted correctly. It needs to either be created from scratch, or if you've already created it, you need to go in and you need to get the correct address. So you must have an address that says whatever you named it, .blogspot.com. You're only going to find that address when you're actually at your blog page. You have to click View Blog to get there, okay? And then once you have established your blog address, you can then submit it to the Dropbox using this link here. This is the same link that you would have found in the week 1 assignment folder at the very top where it says, how do I submit my link to the Dropbox? And once you're all caught up with that, then you can go ahead and start on step 3. Create a new post for each of your portfolio pieces. In each post, critique or self-evaluate your designs. So you're going to remember from those week 3 and 5 critiques that the critique is a 4-step critical thinking process. Step 1, description. Step 2, analysis. Step 3, interpretation. And step 4, evaluation. You are going to critique or self-evaluate all of the portfolios you have created in this class. You may include other artworks in addition to these. So for example, in week 2, you did the landscape, portrait, and street photography assignment. Week 3, bokeh photography and phone camera tricks. And week 5 was light painting. So you will do a self-evaluation of each of your pieces. What do I mean by self-evaluation and critique? It's the same thing. It's a 4-step critical thinking process. So from those critiques, these are the slides. For example, these are the slides from the week 5 critique that we did. So those are the elements of design and the principles of design. And here is an example of a critique. So the first step, description. I see a color photograph of a precious stone, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to repeat it because it's already in the critiques. But then you would also do the next step, the analysis. And would talk about the elements of art used. You would talk about the principles of design used. You would do the interpretation, what's the message, and you would also do that evaluation. This would be a self-evaluation whether or not you think that you were successful at incorporating the technique or the trick that you did. If you have more than one art class, you may use the same blog for both of your classes, and you will not submit anything to the Dropbox this week. So this will be on your honors that you are doing this and you're keeping up with your blog portfolio, because in week 9 we're going to have a portfolio critique, which will be worth, I think, probably just 100 points, okay? But you want to make sure that you have your blog updated and ready to go when that time comes. So, not a big heavy load this week, and so if you have anything and you're late on anything, please take the time to get caught up. Have a great week. Love you guys.